there, Aries. Welcome to your end of February 2024 General Tarot Update. It's Raina here. Interesting. Oh, maybe this, oh my goodness. Maybe this is like eclipse. Maybe I'm picking up on eclipse energy because even in February, this may be something that you experience. And the first eclipse is on March 25th, and it's in the sign of Libra, which is the opposite sign of yours. And then you have that's a lunar eclipse, then you have a solar eclipse on April 8th. So I got the first card and the last card. I just realized that in the major arcana. The Fool card is 0 and the World is 21. Wow. Pretty amazing stuff there. Lunar eclipse can be powerful endings, and solar eclipse can be powerful new beginnings. And then we have at the centerpiece, the Wheel card. I also got these vibes of like running away, trying to run away from something because you don't want to feel the feelings. The Wheel, now it's funny because I wasn't even, well, I was thinking more of this Six of Swords, but the Wheel, they don't say Wheel of Fortune, but that's what card it is. It's a card that is connected to Jupiter, which is a ruler of Sagittarius. So Jupiter is connected to the 9th house, and that can be long distance travel. But it's also about the cycles of life. And, you know, for you, especially because some of these cards it almost like gives me a relationship vibe as well because of Six of Swords. So if you're ending some kind of relationship or you think that you will be, the temptation may be to just leave, maybe move away. And I'm not saying that that wouldn't be a good thing, but it's really about alignment more than anything else, more than just these cosmetic fixes. I think they call traveling like that geographical cures, where somebody just is like, I just have to get out of here. And they're really trying to escape something that it's like there's a book called Wherever You Go, There You Are. It doesn't really work. But I mean, it might be that that is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And if it is about moving, it might be moving, not just moving house, but moving to a new continent or something like that. I mean, and it's possible that's for a job. I'm not saying that you're just doing it to run away from somebody. In the past position, we have the King of Swords. And to me, because I also have the Queen of Swords, and believe me, I really shuffled this deck, or I really mixed up the cards. So it's amazing that I got both of them. The King represents the father, and that's more of like the authority figure, and the Queen represents the mother, and it's more of that nurturing energy, but it's both swords. So it's both connected to air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and what air signs represent, which is the mind and communication. And so the King of Swords is the ultimate in detachment, but you could almost say like overly detached about something. And this can be to protect the person from their emotions so that they're not allowing themselves to get too caught up in feelings, because maybe they are trying to distance themselves. And as long as any kind of feelings creep in, it can keep them stuck in a place that they've grown out of. Because the Wheel of Fortune is connected to Jupiter, there's that idea, I would say, of expansion, even though I don't know if it is discussed as an influence of the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, I don't know why they don't mention fortune in here. Maybe because they don't want to make it seem random. Like, oh yeah, like you're picking, like you're gambling or something like that. That it's really about alignment. And so you're making your own luck based on the actions that you take. The higher message is the Six of Swords, and this is about choosing peace. The number 6 connects with a Venus. So it's almost like saying, peace begins with me. Peace begins with my communication, nonviolent communication. Ever heard of that? And, Aries, nonviolent anything, may seem like, oh no, sometimes you have to really get in somebody's face, or you have to read somebody the Riot Act or something along those lines, because Aries people can feel like there is a time where you have to do something like that. And I maintain that there's always the opportunity to take the high road, even if you have to talk to somebody about something that is upsetting. You don't have to, get in the fray. You can be above the fray. And as a matter of fact, I think with the Six of Swords, because swords do connect with communication, if you're dealing with somebody who's like giving it to you, giving that negativity to you, you can stay and give it right back to them, or you can say, I'm choosing peace, God bless you, bye-bye. It's not about like, you bastard, and giving it back to them and staying rooted in place in a toxic situation. The Six of Swords can be relocation. So the Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Swords both speak to that. And I feel like with the King of Swords, some of you may have been shutting down emotionally. And this can be, I have found, because I'm not an Aries, I'm a Sagittarian, but I have found that sometimes when we're undergoing a transformation in our life, we may see the things that are part of our, I don't know if you'd call it daily routine or just like part of our life, all of a sudden, they're not as harmonious. And it can kind of like make you realize that your life is going to change. Your daily routine is going to change because you're not vibing with it anymore. And that's what I'm talking about when I talk about the Wheel of Fortune, is this idea of aligning with where you're at in the moment. Some people just keep doing the same old because it's like this kind of comforting rut, but it isn't serving them, and they're finding that they're not growing. I do think that the Wheel of Fortune is probably also connected to growth because of that Jupiter connection of expansion. And really it is, and I would say too with the eclipses that the Wheel of Fortune really touches upon that in its own way, because it's like there are times when things happen that you are not instigating, but they're still happening nonetheless, and they're having a really big impact on your life. So what exactly are you going to do about it? Are you going to resist it? Are you going to put up a fight? Or are you going to allow it to come in? I really believe a lot of Aries people are open to change, because Aries is a very impatient sign, and it's a forward looking sign. It's not a sign that is trapped in the past by any stretch of the imagination. If you have the moon in Cancer, it may be a little bit different, but the card that crosses you, the Queen of Swords, and this is so this is, I did pick it up right, but I'm reading it as a reverse card. And this can be the person who is um, having to make a decision, but maybe you don't want to. Maybe you don't know what you want. It could even be uncharacteristic for you. I think a lot of Aries people, unless you have your Mercury in Pisces or something where there's a tendency to be indecisive, a lot of you probably make snap decisions. And who knows, they probably serve you well much of the time. But the reason that it may not be that easy is because the Queen represents the water element. And that means that your emotions are engaged. Just like I said, the King of Swords is feeling emotionally, maybe being a lot in your mind. But I want to make a point that the King of Swords could be the person that you have been with that is not really fulfilling on an emotional level, because maybe they check out emotionally. And since the King is a father, you may have had a father who was like that. And for Aries people being fire signs, this can feel like a personal affront or a slap in the face, because it can feel as if that person doesn't care about you as much as you care about them. That sometimes is false, because you're expecting that person to love you or to display love in a certain way that they may be incapable of, but it still doesn't mean that they don't love you. And at the same time, it can be understandable because you may be in need of a type of partner that is more emotive, that is more romantic or whatever. But it's possible that you realize other good qualities about this person, and so it makes it hard to fully just let it go. What's coming in is a Fool card. It's interesting because I do tend to feel like the Fool card is Aries, or I get that vibe, like that springtime vibe. And when you think about it, the astrological New Year's is New Year. Well, yeah, I can say New Year. I was going to say New Year's is on, this year it's on March 19th, but what is the degree that it goes into Aries? 0 degrees. But actually the reason I think about this is April Fool's Day, which is, oh God, I can't believe I was going to say, which is April 1st this year. It's always on April 1st. But anyway, the Fool is connected to the planet Uranus, and it's about living life, I would say, on your own terms, being your own person. And also maybe taking some kind of a journey, but not having an itinerary, not having any kind of plans, just kind of winging it. And truth be told, this is right up your alley, because Aries is the consummate adventurer. And the whole idea of an adventure is that you don't know exactly what you're going to do and how it's going to end. I mean, I'm sure there are some people that they have it well planned out what they're going to do, like if they take a long hike. I just mean that there's always that unknown quantity or quality. So this probably has the connection to the eclipses, because it is this fresh energy that is, helping people to kind of get out of old patterns. And actually, the one in your sign in April is going to be the first one in Aries in this eclipse cycle. So, oh no, you know what? It is not. It is the second one. At first, I wasn't going to say that because I did. I or wait a minute, is it? Yeah, there was one. This is actually the second one. I mean, it's the first one of this year, I should say. But there has been one back in uh, April of last year because there was a black moon last year. There were two new moons in Aries last year, not just one. I was thinking that first new moon in 2023, and that was at 0 degrees of Aries. So who knows? Maybe that was the starting point for this new life a year ago, and now you're starting to see the results of some of those new beginnings. And the outcome is a world card, the last card of the major arcana. The word that comes up for me is closure. So something begins and something ends. Something at the very beginning and something at the very ending. Well, it's not the last card of the tarot, it's the last card of the major arcana. In terms of relationships, if you have had a relationship that is full of turmoil, and that those cards on the top could be suggesting that, maybe the King of Swords is you kind of like feeling, because of a relationship, that you're completely I don't want to say dead inside, but just you don't have feelings anymore for that person because you've just been through too much with them. Well, the World card suggests that maybe this is truly the end. You know, that lunar eclipse in your house of relationships. And the universe can help you to let go of it if there's been some reason why you haven't been able to up until now. There might be a few Aries people out there for whom commitment is the thing that you are easing into. And the World card could be the end of that single life. But of course, it's the beginning of a new life with your beloved. So it can be very exhilarating at the same time. All right, Aries, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, I have astrology readings and tarot readings. You can find out more information at the link below. I'm at rainamoonAstrology.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.